Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, graduates, guests watching locally and around the world. My name is Lorraine Stiles, and I'm the Vice President, Academic and Provost, and your MC for today. Welcome to Capilano University for this special time of recognition and celebration. I declare open the 2021 Spring Convocation of Capilano University, duly assembled at these unique ceremonies for granting credentials and ceremonies of the university. Capilano University has always been deeply connected with First Nations communities. Capilano University is named after Chief Joe Capilano, an important leader of the Squamish Nation of the Coast Salish people. And our campuses sit on the traditional unceded territories of the Lillooet, the Musqueam, the Squamish, the Sechelt, and the Tsleil-Waututh First Nations peoples. At this time, Elder Latash Nahani will share a welcome.
Kayachtin, Mecha Puanasut, Ayawitz, Winoxwith. Greetings to all of you. We are so happy to be with you today on this very special day. We welcome you to this ceremony taking place on the unceded traditional territory of the Coast Salish people, in particular the Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh people. When you came to Capilano University and your application was accepted, we had faith that you could do this. We had faith that you could be successful, and you have proven it today by being here with us on this very special day. It is a proud moment for not only yourselves, but family and friends. So welcome to this day. Congratulations. We wish you all of the best. Osiam.
Graduates, honored guests, friends, family, faculty, staff members of Capilano University, I can't tell you how good it is to see you here today. Welcome to this unique convocation ceremony. On behalf of all of us at Capilano University and our community, I extend my congratulations to all of our graduates. Who could ever have imagined that a convocation like this, where so many people are connecting online and participating in our live convocation? Who could imagine that we can come together to celebrate the achievements and the well-earned credentials of our graduates. All over the world, graduating classes like yours are receiving credentials earned under absolutely extraordinary circumstances created by over a year of the pandemic. And by extraordinary, of course, I mean, in many cases, extraordinary challenges. I would like you to know how inspired I am by you and by the choices that you have made. The choice to pursue your studies at CapU, the choice to adapt to new modes of learning, and the choice to persevere through adversity to earn your credentials in a field that you care about. All of this has culminated in what we're celebrating today, your graduation. And unlike last year, you are embarking on a world that is opening up. A world full of hopeful anticipation as more of us are vaccinated each day. The opportunity to be closer together again is just around the corner. And I hope and I know that your time at CapU has given you the confidence to go forward with the belief that you are ready for everything and anything out there. Opportunities we have never imagined before, they are emerging, and you are ready for them. It helps if you stay ready. Keep curious. To quote author Elizabeth Gilbert, most of all, be ready. Keep your eyes open, listen, follow your curiosity, ask questions, sniff around, remain open. Trust in the miraculous truth that new and marvelous ideas are looking for human collaborators each and every day. I encourage you to continue to adapt to a growth mindset where you learn from your experiences with an open mind to pursue creative solutions to our societal needs. Curiosity can inspire imaginative approaches in everything that we do. My hope is that we never go back to what was before. My hope is that we don't squander the opportunity to pave the way to something better. And together, I hope that we continue to be open to other perspectives and commit ourselves to learn and to unlearn practices to better engage with diverse voices, ideas, and knowledge. Now is the time for us to take the best of what we've been able to achieve over the last year, combine it with our newfound appreciation of all those things that we have missed, and create something special. I can only imagine the new and extraordinary ideas that will come from each and every one of you. So go forward with purpose and be empowered to pursue a future that is of your own making. From this day forward, whatever path you pursue and explore, whatever contributions you seek to make, you will always be part of Capilano University. You will be and you are a Capilano U alumni. Congratulations to everyone. Oseam, I raise my hands to you. It is now my pleasure to introduce this year's Dean Awards of Excellence winner. The Dean's Award of Excellence is presented to the graduate in attendance who has achieved the highest GPA in a degree program at Capilano University. For the Faculty of Global and Community Studies in the Bachelor of Tourism Management, Angelo de la Roca. Congratulations, Angelo. Yeah, you can beep as much as you want. We'd love to hear it. There you go. I now present our Chancellor to present our honorary degree.
Thank you, Mr. President. I began my work career working the drive-through at an A&W on Marine Drive in North Vancouver. So it seems appropriate today that my life has come full circle, and I'm working the drive-through at Capilano University today. An honorary doctorate degree is the highest form of recognition granted by Capilano University. It is offered to those who have demonstrated exemplary service in their professional pursuits and broader endeavors. Today, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our newest honorary degree recipients, Anthony von Mandel and his mother, Bedriska von Mandel. Anthony von Mandel has grown a family business into a far-reaching, internationally acclaimed enterprise. Through the Mark Anthony Group, he has made an exceptional contribution to British Columbia's economy, generating a multitude of employment, mentorship, and career opportunities in a range of industries from agritourism, fine wine and spirits, and technology. Anthony's support and patronage of the culinary, visual, and performing arts has contributed to the reputation of the Okanagan Valley as a world-class destination of hospitality and culture. He is also the chairman of the Von Mandel Family Foundation, which has generously funded a variety of community and charitable causes over the years. Anthony von Mandel is an officer of the Order of Canada. He is a recipient of the Order of British Columbia, the Warren Bennis Award for Leadership, and the Ellis Island International Medal of Honor. As well, he has been recognized as an inductee of the Canadian Agricultural Hall of Fame and the Canadian Marketing Hall of Fame. Bedriska von Mandel is a driving force behind the Von Mandel Family Foundation, a fashion designer, artist, author, community activist, and advocate for youth and social causes. She celebrated her 105th birthday in April 2021. After attending design school in Vienna and working as a fashion designer in Czechoslovakia, Bedriska was forced to flee her homeland in 1937, overcoming many obstacles to gain, with her husband Martin, passage to North America before the outbreak of the Second World War. Other than her brother, her entire immediate family perished in the Holocaust. Mrs. von Mandel is the recipient of a number of international and local honors, including the Ellis Island Medal of Honor that pays tribute to individuals who have made it their life's mission to share their knowledge, compassion, and generosity. Anthony von Mandel, by the authority granted to me by the government of the province and the Senate of Capilano University, I hereby admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Bedriska von Mandel, by the authority granted to me by the government of this province and the Senate of Capilano University, I hereby admit you to the degree of Doctor of Fine Arts, honoris causa. Unfortunately, the von Mandels could not be with us in person, but they do have a few words to share with you all after receiving their ceremonial hoods by a member of their family, Rod Hofmeister, brother-in-law to Anthony and son-in-law to Bedriska.
Congratulations to my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law on your honorary degrees.
Thank you, Rod.
Congratulations, father and grandmother.
Thank you, Anthony. Over here. Thank you, Rod and Anthony. I cannot begin to tell you how surprised and humbled I was to receive the notification from President and Vice Chancellor Dangerfield advising my mother and me of this prestigious honor. Our sincerest gratitude to Capilano University, and in particular, President Paul Dangerfield, Chancellor Yuri Fulmer, the faculty and staff of Global and Community Studies, and most importantly, our graduates. I would also like to recognize my dear friend, former British Columbia Attorney General, Wally Opal, for the nomination. Today is all about our graduates and their family and friends who have supported them on their journey. You have worked hard and overcome numerous challenges to get to this day. My heartfelt congratulations to every one of you. The significance of this day would be understated if I did not take a moment to recognize the achievements of my co-honoree, my mother, Bedriska von Mandel, a proud centenarian who recently celebrated her 105th birthday in April, having just conquered a severe bout of COVID-19. To say my mom, others affectionately call Fritzy, has boundless courage, determination, and drive is an understatement. And to this day, at 105 years of age, she retains her passion for design, fashion, the arts, and is an advocate for youth and the less fortunate. Her book, I Never Stop, written at 102, is an inspiration, and it's no surprise she is the recipient of the Ellis Island Medal of Honor, an award granted to very few non-Americans that recognizes exceptional individuals and their contributions. This is also a fitting tribute to the woman who, along with my late father, Dr. Martin von Mandel, overcame insurmountable obstacles to escape occupied Europe before the outbreak of the Second World War, arriving on the shores of Ellis Island in the port of New York in 1939 on the last civilian ocean liner to depart France for the safety of North America, and was sunk on the return journey. My family would finally settle in Vancouver, where they began a new life, only to learn years later, in 1945, that other than her brother, her entire family had perished in the Holocaust. Unfortunate as that was, Fritzy also brought many things with her from Europe that did survive: a love of design, art, culture, strong family values, and her irrepressible appreciation of life and the will to survive. Values that were instilled in my sister and me and have guided our lives ever since. I still recall the day when I graduated. I didn't have a dime to my name. What I did have were a lot of student loans, and most importantly, from the lessons I learned from my parents, I had my dream. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. What can happen when you find your purpose and with grit and relentless determination pursue something you passionately believe in? I believe dreams can come true. Visions, your visions, can be realized, and that every graduate today has the ability to accomplish things in your life far beyond your wildest expectations. Why? Because that happened to me. After spending time in Europe learning about the wine trade, I returned home to start Canada's first wine merchant, Mark Anthony Wine Merchants, at the age of 22, out of a 10 by 10 square foot office in Vancouver in the back of the Queen Elizabeth Theatre. I skipped a lot of meals in the first 6 years, had the rug literally pulled out from under me many times, but throughout it all, I never gave up. By the age of 31, we had built a successful Canadian wine merchant business, but I had much larger and a much more audacious dream: to establish one of the world's 10 most recognized wineries, and to do this in an unknown region, the Okanagan Valley in Canada, a country not even thought of as a wine producer at the time. There were more than a few obstacles to overcome, starting out with the fact that no one believed in my outrageous dream or was prepared to invest. If it was going to happen, my only option was to self-finance. I had to think of creative ways to build new businesses that would produce the needed cash flow to finance my dream. I had to put everything I owned on the line, borrowed everything I could from the banks to purchase one of the then only 5 Okanagan wineries teetering on the edge of bankruptcy, and renamed it Mission Hill after its amazing hilltop location. Believe me, it looked nothing like it does today. The early years were challenging, and the obstacles at times seemed insurmountable. Through it all, here's my key learning. When you hit a roadblock, invent something new. Think different. Innovate. See all roadblocks as the opportunity to create new paths and outcomes, as uncharted territories. And that's what we did time and time again. It took 13 long years until I knew my dream had legs when Mission Hill won the trophy for top Chardonnay worldwide at the world's most prestigious wine competition in London. This was a crucible moment for the entire Okanagan Valley. Lightning had struck. Making exceptional wines was one important aspect of success, but I also believed that someone had to build a destination winery in the Okanagan, one that would attract wine and food enthusiasts from the world over. Well, it took 5 years to build, and a good thing it did, as when we started construction, I had no idea how we were going to pay for it. We had to find a way to generate cash flow quickly to be able to support the winery, to keep my vision, which was hanging by a financial thread, alive. We came up with something truly groundbreaking, a new innovation, and that turned out to be Mike's Hard Lemonade. That's right. Many people do not realize that Mike's, which has gone on to become an American beverage icon, was created right here in British Columbia. We took every dollar, invested it in the winery, and began to assemble the best vineyard sites in the valley. The new Mission Hill family estate, complete with a 12-story bell tower, was finished in 2001, and visitors streamed in our gates. A key driver to our success is to continuously raise the bar to drive toward perfection. Next, we embarked on a project to pioneer the highest end, $100 a bottle plus, elegant Burgundian-style Chardonnays, and created a small artisanal winery called Checkmate down in Oliver, not far from the US border. You may have heard recently that Checkmate has become the first ever Canadian winery to be awarded not one, but 3 perfect 100-point scores, 2 of which for our distinctive and extremely limited Chardonnay vintages. This is a watershed moment for the Okanagan, but to secure our place on the world wine stage, a perfect choice Chardonnay was not enough. We also needed an outstanding red wine. At Martin's Lane, we produce extremely limited quantities of Pinot Noir and Riesling that are making a name for themselves on the world stage. The inaugural vintage of our Martin's Lane Fritzy's Vineyard, 2014 Pinot Noir, named in honor of my mother on her 100th birthday, was awarded an unprecedented 97-point score by the UK's Stephen Spurrier, a wine industry icon who said he had never given an inaugural wine from a new winery this high a score. In the meantime, in our ready-to-drink business down in the US, using our own state-of-the-art product development labs here in Vancouver, we created White Claw Hard Seltzer, a brand that has completely transformed the US beverage industry and become a social phenomenon of our times. White Claw is the #1 brand in every market we have launched in and follows numerous other innovations that have created and disrupted traditional beverage categories and make Mark Anthony one of North America's most diversified and largest private beverage companies. Now, you may ask, how do my learnings apply to every one of you? I started out by saying that each of you has the potential to achieve far more than you could ever imagine. Have a dream, believe in it, and in yourself. Then never let anyone take your dream from you. Guard it with your life, and never settle or compromise on your integrity. Rest assured, there will be mistakes and failures along the way, but always remember, what looks like a failure at the time is actually learning. There is always a silver lining in something gone wrong. And most importantly, know it's truly not about making money. It's about having a purpose, making a difference. Just as my mother has done, it is more important to leave a legacy, something that will outlast you, so that your life leaves a lasting impression and makes a positive impact on the world. It's far more fulfilling. And let me leave you with one last thought. A small, committed, and passionate team can change the world. It only takes a dream realized to accomplish what others thought was impossible. There's nothing stopping you but yourself. Believe in your dream, believe in yourself, and believe in others. With grit, determination, and relentless perseverance, you can do it. This is your day. I wish you nothing but success and personal fulfillment in your future. And if I leave you with a single thought, know you can achieve far more than you ever dreamt of in your life. Go out there and make it happen. My mother and my deepest thanks once again to Capilano University for this incredible honor and the opportunity to address you today.
Thank you, Dr. Von Mandel. Congratulations to you both. Capilano supports and encourages many talented students in our various programs. Here to illustrate some of that talent is Jordan Mandarolini and Matthew Yang from the jazz program.
Grab your coat, grab your hat, leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that pitter-pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid, 'cause this rover crossed over. If I never had 1 cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. Grab your coat, grab your hat, leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the side of the street that's a sunny. Can't you hear the pitter-pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade, but I'm not afraid, 'cause this rover crossed over. If I never had 1 cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller. gold dust at my feet. On the sunny, on the shady, on the sunny side of the street.
Hello everyone, I'm Anne Kang, and it's my privilege to be serving British Columbians as the new Minister of Advanced Education and Skills Training. I'm sending you greetings from the unceded territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. I am so proud to be one of the first people to congratulate you on your graduation from Capilano University. It is a university that not only excels in offering traditional university programs, but also unique fields such as outdoor recreation management, jazz studies, motion picture arts, rehabilitation assistant, and so much more. CapU has made a big difference in the lives of so many young people, providing educational opportunities to thousands close to home, whether on the Sunshine Coast or on the North Shore. Students, this is probably a different graduation day from what you might have pictured when you embarked on your CapU journey. Despite after more than a year of pandemic, celebrating this achievement in your life is so important. You have worked hard to reach this milestone in your life, and nothing, not even this pandemic, can take that away from you. If anything, this pandemic is more of a wake-up call of how much our province needs you. You are our current and future generation of change makers. Your generation has contributed strong voices and genuine concerns to stand up against racism and other forms of systemic injustice, and helped lead the fight against climate change. As graduates of CapU, you have equipped yourself with the skills and knowledge to make a significant difference in our lives today, working towards a better tomorrow. You are joining a diverse group of alumni who have been making positive change in your community and around the world for the past 50 years. Your graduation means that you can take your personal life experiences, your education, your friendships, and your perseverance to make real, lasting change for your own family and your community. As you take this next step, be confident that you are valued in the work to build back our province, our country, and our world. As a former elementary school teacher, lifelong learner, and a woman of color, empowering people through education is a value close to my heart. And that is why I am so happy to see the progress you've made thus far, and I encourage you to keep going strong. May you use your knowledge, skills, and experience acquired at CapU to give back to your communities and help us build a better BC. I hope that the family, friends, and faculty who have supported you along the way are as proud as I am of you. Congratulations once again, and good luck to each one of you.
Good morning, everyone. As chair of the Capilano University Alumni Association, the CUAA, I'm honored to be here today to not only congratulate you, but to also welcome you as a new member of our Alumni Association. You now belong to a group of more than 95,000 extraordinary alumni members, all connected through our CapU experience. And while this ceremony is slightly different than what we hoped for, I'm so happy that we get to somewhat gather in celebration of your graduation day. And I'm so honored to be here to mark this next chapter of your life. Dedication, hard work, perseverance, and the ability to adapt during turbulent times are what got you here today. Be proud of that. Be proud of yourself. This past year has been hard. It's been a struggle. And it has touched each and every one of us in different ways. and to varying degrees. We've had to pivot to a new normal. We've had to face unprecedented levels of isolation, and we've lost loved ones. Days like today remind us that we're part of a larger community, that we're connected to something greater than our bubble, that we have another home outside of the four walls that we've spent way too much time inside of throughout the past year. To all of those struggling right now, I want you to know that the CUAA sees you, and we're here for you. Please reach out to us if you need us. The last year has also taught us that there's still so much work to be done to create a fair and accessible system for all, to acknowledge the adversity and to celebrate diversity. This means recognizing the systemic barriers that some in our diverse student body will have experienced. Indigenous students, students of color, students in the LGBTQ2+ community, women and self-identifying women, first-generation graduates, students with health challenges, with mental health challenges, students with financial barriers. The system wasn't designed with your needs in mind, and this is a reality that must change. It's your generation that's leading that change, and that won't accept inequality disguised as the status quo. And we at the CUAA unequivocally stand with you. As you move on to the next stage of your journey, whatever it may be, I want you to know that your fellow alumni are here for you. You've gained a new family. Some of those members you already know, they're graduating here with you today, but others you still have yet to meet, and you will through the CUAA. We exist to support you through continued lifelong learning, professional development, exclusive alumni benefits, and most importantly, something we all need now more than ever before, a sense of community. As graduates, you have bright futures ahead of you. Whether you choose to become a leader, a creator, an innovator, or an activist, the Alumni Association cannot wait to see the positive influence that you will make in shaping your community and beyond. So go out there and do big things, do small things, do impactful things, move forward with purpose and intention. Follow your intuition and have a goal set goals and have a strategy for achieving them. Get a mentor, be humble and be brave enough to ask for help. Practice emotional intelligence and never stop learning. Be mindful of who you let into your circle, and remember, in the words of Jim Carrey, the effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Lastly, keep CapU in your hearts and don't forget to keep in touch. We're so excited for you to enter this next and great chapter of your life. With that, it is my pleasure to say congratulations and welcome.
I'm really proud to be a part of. It feels difficult to speak about celebration and hope for the future when this past year has been filled with immeasurable grief and loss for so many people. Yet I know there remains much to be hopeful and grateful for. Throughout my time at Capilano University, I had the immense privilege of connecting with people of diverse backgrounds and perspectives who make this community strong, vibrant, resilient, and welcoming. I was inspired by students and staff who are advocates, working professionals, parents, artists, and change makers. And I have no doubt that my fellow graduates will go on to accomplish great things in their lives and careers. Every student here today has faced challenges throughout their time in school. Many of us have had to balance our education while working, caring for family members, volunteering in the community, and taking care of our own health and well-being. In the face of life's many challenges, we've had to figure out how to keep going. However, most of us were incredibly fortunate that we didn't have to do it alone. As someone who struggled significantly with my own mental health throughout my time in school, I was fortunate to have people who believed in me and taught me to persevere in the face of failure. To the faculty and staff who work endlessly to guide and support students throughout this journey, I'd like to express my immense gratitude. I'd also like to recognize the late hereditary chief of the Tsleil-Waututh Nation, Elder Ernie George, who our community lost in November last year. His wisdom, kindness, and compassion touched the hearts of so many people in this community and beyond. And in challenging times, I hope we can be reminded of Elder Ernie's teachings, to love and respect each other, to understand each other, and to learn from each other. For many of us, our time at Capilano University has taught us much more than any textbook ever could, and these degrees represent so much more than stepping stones to our careers. They represent the choices we can make to challenge ourselves and to continually learn and grow. And as we look towards the future, I'm hopeful that we can choose to show up authentically, at home, in our communities, and at work, knowing that we can overcome any challenge if we're willing to work together. Thank you again for sharing this time with us today, and to my fellow graduates, congratulations, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Acewell, OCMCIA. Congratulations, graduates. Proud of your accomplishment. One of the things I wanted to share with you today was something that I've learned from the elders over the years. And that's how we interact and connect with people. That's the most important thing. And that journey that we're on together with people, and that interaction and connection needs to be done in a mutual and respectful manner.
You are the most resilient grad class there ever was. So when opportunities come knocking at your door, be sure to say yes and never let your passport expire.
Advice for the future? Be patient. Good things take time.
Embrace every opportunity that comes your way, no matter how big or small it is. It just gives you an opportunity to learn a little bit more about yourself and your interests, and to meet other people, and just expands your thinking.
Keep those LinkedIn profiles updated.
Please keep in touch. We would love to hear about the amazing things that you will go off and do. And on this day, take a moment and be incredibly proud of what you have accomplished.
Make decisions that make you happy in the long term. And rely on your community. They can be your greatest strength. And always, always keep learning.
We are in this together, not just for the last 4 years, but for the rest of our lives. Please don't be a stranger. We are so looking forward to seeing your work.
There's always time to do the right work.
Do not underestimate the magnitude of this accomplishment. Relish this moment.
Pro tip, if you're going to be throwing your cap, watch out for the corners. They are incredibly pointy. You don't want that to hit someone in the eye.
I want you to pay attention to those crazy negative thoughts that might pop into your mind. If you can catch them, test them out. Are they true? Are they really, really true? If they're not useful, then let them go.
Be mobile. You never know where the next opportunity is. And life is an adventure.
I hope you continue to use your voice out there and to be brave. And I can't wait to see how you change the world.
Take all that knowledge that you've learned and use it to serve others, as I know you will.
Follow your passion and you will find your purpose. Be kind to yourselves and to each other, because there are enough people ready to tear you down, so don't add to their noise. And to that end, do your best to not burn any bridges, as you will most likely someday have to walk back over them. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, grads.
Congratulations.
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 Hooray, you did it!
Congratulations, class of 2021. You did it.
Congratulations on this wonderful accomplishment. You should be so proud of yourself.
Congratulations to our graduating class of 2021. You did it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates of 2021.
Congratulations.
Incredible job! I just want to tell you. Hey, congratulations. It's a celebration. Party all day and moving away.
This is always the challenge with speaking last. There's so little left to say. Graduates, honored guests, friends, family, faculty, administrators, and the staff of Capilano University. It's my great honor as Chancellor to be part of this ceremony recognizing our graduating students today. This has been an extraordinary year. Hopefully a once-in-a-lifetime year, but one which makes your achievement today even more impressive. Each of us face different challenges and obstacles in our lives, and while the challenge of COVID has not impacted people equally, quite the contrary, in fact, it's nonetheless impacted us all. Regardless of how the last year has impacted you, I want you to take a moment now, quietly, to reflect on what you've achieved. If you've raised children while attending university, I want you to give yourself an additional pat on the back. Likewise, if you've financially supported yourself through university. If you are the first person in your family to have graduated from university, congratulations. To all of you today, well done. You've arrived. But no journey happens alone. In getting here today, you are helped along by many. But today, I want you to work with me on a little exercise, and I want you to think of one person who helped you. And I want you to put that person in your mind. Perhaps it's a parent or a child, a teacher, an instructor, a coach, perhaps a friend, perhaps a mentor, perhaps that person sitting next to you today, or perhaps they're far away, perhaps they're no longer with us. And now I want you to reflect that you are here today, at least in part, because someone else gave something of themselves that they didn't have to give to help you in your journey. Someone else was selfless. Someone cared about you, was kind. Someone wanted what was best for you, was thoughtful, perhaps challenging, perhaps hard to hear, but was there for you. And now I'd like you to close your eyes, and I'd actually like you to close your eyes. And I'd like you to think about that person and how they helped you. And I'm going to time 10 seconds and ask you to think about them for 10 seconds. Now open your eyes. And whoever you were thinking about, I'd like you to consider how happy they'd be to hear about the impact they had on you and your life journey. If that person's next to you, either in your car today or at home, I'd like you to turn to them and simply say it's you. If they're far away, I'm going to ask you to consider calling them later and letting them know. And if they're no longer with us, please just hold them in your heart. And my thanks to Fred Rogers from TV fame for being the inspiration for that exercise. May it always be a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And now, like COVID, your university days will soon be in the past. And then the question for you is, what next? What can be the purpose, the meaning of your life? And this story comes to us from Robert Fulghum from his book, It Was on Fire When I Lay Down With It. And the story goes like this. It was the end of a 2-week seminar that had involved long days and way too much information. As a group, we were tired, a little grumpy, and the only thing on everyone's mind was where we were going to go for a much-needed drink. Anyway, at 5 p.m. on the last day, the moderator stood up in front of the room and asked, "Are there any questions?" And of course, somebody had to ask one, didn't they? And a person in the back row put up their hand and asked, "What is the meaning of life?" And everybody laughed, relieved this wasn't going to actually be a serious question and get in the way of cocktail hour. And everybody started shuffling their papers and getting up ready to leave. But the moderator put up his hands and he said, "I'm going to answer that question." And here is what he said. I was born just before the Second World War on the island of Crete. During the war, Crete was invaded by the Germans, who were held off for days by the people of Crete, who tried to resist them, many with farm implements and small firearms. As a result, and following the eventual German takeover of Crete, many thousands of people were killed for having resisted Hitler's troops. I was a small boy of 5 or 6 when one day I came across the wreck of a German motorcycle. Its rearview mirror had broken into pieces, and we were very poor and didn't have mirrors at home. So I took the largest piece I could find, and using a rock, I made the edges round, ending up with a mirror just a bit larger than a golf ball. As a boy, I used to play a game where I would try and reflect light into places it couldn't go, under rocks, inside my wardrobe, under logs. As a man, I realized that this game could become a metaphor for my life, to shine light, truth, goodness, and help into dark places, into the hearts of people. I'm not the source of the light, but perhaps I can make a difference by reflecting light into places that otherwise might not go. Maybe others will see what I do and do the same. That is the meaning of my life. And perhaps someone graduating from university many years from now will turn to you and say simply, "It is you." Today I offer you my sincerest congratulations and my warmest good wishes for the absolutely amazing futures that each and every one of you will have. Congratulations. And now for the good bit. It is my great honor to confer the credentials earned by our graduates. I am assured that the candidates to be presented to you today and those in absentia have fulfilled all of the requirements for their respective credentials, and the Senate has requested that I confer upon each the credential which they have earned. By the authority granted to me by the government of this province and the Senate of Capilano University, I admit you and those in absentia to the credentials to which you are entitled, with their inherent rights and privileges and the responsibility and loyalty which they imply. We will now present the graduate slides. A very special thank you to Alyssa Lindley from our Acting for Stage and Screen for reading all of your names, and to CapU alumni Matthew Silverman for providing the beautiful guitar music.
Farzeen Amudzadeh, Ava Madeline Anderson, Caitlin Tatiana Batten Anderson, Cheryl Archer, Ashmeet Kaur Bajwa, Devin Balcom, Samira Bezadi, Ryan Colin Berg, Nathaniel Martin Booth, Kristen Tyler Roy Boutillier, Cassandra Paige Perot Brongist, Cleo Brown, Chantel Desiree Cardin, Kiana Ray Cozzo, Kirsten Chen, Cam Hang Chow, Debbie Lee Clark, Samantha Sedona Connors, Melissa Catherine Cook, Priscilla Coutinho Perpetual, Fatima Dachik, Hong Nok Dao, Charlotte Louise Davis, Angelo Della Roca, Chris Desatels, Carla Elizabeth Duarte, Batu Erdeniz, Carmen Fennel, Alicia Marie Ferguson, Stephanie Christine Ferguson, Kaylin Alexander Fleming Frame, Robin Linda Forsyth, Hannah Fujiwara, Charmaine Joyce Garcia, Vandad Galamzan, Lorene Giacometti, Anastasia Landavar Trigoso, Valerie June Dalatina Lang, Amanda Rochelle LeBlond, Jamie Lynn Leggett, Kenneth Kenneth James Litley, Wayne Lockhart, Taryn Elizabeth Lomas, Amanda Marie Lovell, Haogang Lo, Lays Mello Lopez, Jennifer Kate Mills, Mahi Mohammadi, David Moorhead, Cynthia Louise Murray, Dana Neighbor, Nati Quinn Nguyen, June Young Park, Melissa Kiona Phillips, Paris Rana, Christine May Ballesteros Rumbawa, Jennifer Sham, Surinder Kaur Sidhu, Gurwinder Singh, Lance Daniel Smith, Kung Hee Song, Abigail Suzanne Sorensen, Truran Sun, Bernice Timmer, Juan Kresimir Tomisic, Itsuki Uno, Gabriella Grace Vogt, Cherui Wang, Mohammed Tausif Warach, Jake Ryan Waymeyer, Eva Jean Weston, Amelia Erin White, Katie Leona Wong, Nathan Wong, Shushan Wu, Kimberly Jean Zamora, Ana Cristina Zamudio Cortez, Keishan Zhang,
Now I'm going to ask the graduates to please put on your mortarboard and to step out of your car. And if you are at home, I'm going to ask you to do the same. Obviously not step out of your car, but stand up and put your mortarboard on. And if you were driving the car as a graduate, I am going to need somebody in every car to have their hand hovering over the horn, ready to go crazy. Okay. So out of the cars. I'm not going to make you do anything embarrassing. It's all okay. So if you could make sure that the tassel is on the right-hand side. That's your right, not my right. It is a long-standing tradition that after receiving your post-secondary credential, the tassel is turned to the opposite side of the cap. This signifies the completion of your credential. So graduates, in a moment, when I ask them to remove their cap, I'm going to ask the people with their hand on the horn as they move their tassel That horn, you're going to lay on it. Graduates, would you please move your tassels? Lay on those horns. Now take your cap off and let's throw it in the air.
My body in chocolate frosting. 3 years later, I shot the frosting. Smelling like a blossom. Everything is awesome. Stepped in mud, got new brown shoes. Sauce from the win and it's awesome to lose. Awesome to lose.
Everything is better when we stick together. Side by side, you and I gonna win forever. Let's party forever. We're the same, I'm like you, you're like me. We're all working in harmony. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. Everything is awesome when we're living our dreams.
Blue skies, bouncy springs. We just named 2 awesome things. A Nobel Prize, a piece of string. You know what's awesome? Everything. Dogs and fleas. Allergies. A book of Greek antiquities.
While we're celebrating, let's announce the winner of the card decorating contest. The camera is going to zoom in on the winner, and it's a good one. Okay, it's those people. And your prize has just arrived. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, graduates. Capilano University wishes you the very best on this important occasion. The Latin on our university crest states, "Through learning to a greater good." And we hope all of our graduates will continue their learning in the years to come and make important contributions to the greater good of our communities, our province, our country, and our world. Please do stay connected to your home, sometimes homes, your families, your cultures, and your alma mater, Capilano University. And as we come to a close of today's formal proceedings, I would like to thank the many, many university employees who contributed to this event, as well as our drummers, our name reader Alyssa Lindley, Jordan Mandrolini, Matthew Yang, guitarist Matthew Silverman, and our piper Liam Hilder. If you'd like to view your convocation slide again, a link will be found on the convocation page of the Capilano University website. For those of you who are joining us in person, please know that the platform party will recess off the stage, so please remain in your parking spots, and you'll be directed by the volunteers to leave the area, for those of you who have had BC Ferries experiences kind of like that. I'll now draw this 2021 Spring Convocation to a close. Thank you for joining us for this historic celebration, all who've been involved in this special occasion, and I wish you all well. Congratulations.
say, fulfill the prophecy, be something great.